with helium, fill me with oxygen. Oh, you are everything that keeps me breathing. When I'm up too high, I'll always be alright, because I know that you are by my side. You are my life support, my respiration. Oh, you are everything that keeps me breathing. Oh, you are everything that keeps me breathing. Oh, you are everything that keeps me breathing. In the dead of night, when I can't see, and the tidal waves falling over me, I rush to swim, but still I'm washed away. Oh, I'm sending out endless awareness and gasping for my final breath. But before I can inhale, you save the day. When I'm falling down, it's easy to let go, 'cause every time I reach, you're standing below. Lift me with helium, fill me with oxygen. Oh, you are everything that keeps me breathing. When I'm up too high, I'll always be alright, because I know that you are by my side. You are my life support, my respiration. Oh, you are everything that keeps me breathing. Oh, you are everything that keeps me breathing. Oh, you are everything that keeps me breathing. Oh, you are everything that keeps me breathing.
Good morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. Well, I did a little bit of research into supergiant art reuse, and the answer is still ambiguous. And they also say that they don't have time to answer individual inquiries. So, I don't know. I think maybe we stick with most of what we got, but maybe don't use some of the randomer buttons and things. Even though some of them would be convenient, like if we ever do controller support stuff. Or, even as we were playing before, just include, art by Supergiant Games. It's not developed or endorsed by them. This is long been replaced. I had the idea to use the back cage, and that might still be enough a fun reference to get by. We'll have to see, but we need to get something on there. That I might actually need to make this a little less. This is probably just picking my size, I guess. Now, that doesn't seem as big when you blow it up, but it's a bit much right now. What are we doing for that? All right, it's not published yet. It has no font size statement. This app has no font size statement. We haven't even talked about fonts. Now, do you have the size group thing? Or is that a general feature? I guess it's a general feature. Do I have any of those in here? I don't think so. What was that called? Modular. Display window point. Ah, yeah, it's all debugging stuff. We just imported this. All right, so right now all we've got is and we'll see what that is. Element.font as font. That means where font.size is. Ah. How often do we use this? Oh boy. We had to do a whole thing here. And actually, you are into float, but you're a different into float. Wait. Are you serious? Font.size int. Modular float. They literally use it with font dot size. Hmm. Oh, what the heck happened here? Okay, that small error. This might actually be... Is 0 a thing here? I think you can do negatives. It looks pretty much the same. Okay, so that's that. Now, the simple thing we've been doing here is not going to be sufficient for this next bit. I'm not entirely sure how to handle this. It's going to get really long. Let's see, so you are a text. And this is it a paragraph? You are indeed a list. Oh, so you're going to be a list of text. You have attributes as well. I don't know if we have a small enough icon to use for that. I mean, if I could find a star, I guess I could use that. Look at our icons later. And actually, this is just game Hades. Endorsed, approved. And you Probably need another list close. Okay, and we do in fact need spaces here. Although I could probably apply some spacing on this. But then we want to do things like the period, so. I'm wondering if I could do a hover. No, I know you have some hover stuff that I haven't really played around with because the built-in one is often always be turned on. Okay. Here, targeting or testing. Is it under a separate group? There's an on focus, but that's to actually do. Well, on mouse enter also. Oh, that's our transparency. Okay, attributes with mouse over in the name. Oh, focus style. Oh, focus style is border color, background color, shadow. Ah, temporary styling. So these are certain things are decorations and certain things are not. Actually, this thing is probably gonna be the paragraph, but we still need a collection of things. Although the smaller one could just be a row. And now we got the whole link thing, which sort of avalanches into a multi-step process. Right. Row attributes. Text link. Oh, because I removed this in preparation for doing stuff and didn't do it. All right, so the test here is this. Mouse over, list decoration. And the main thing we want to do argument is a list of type list element message. Oh, you're only an element. Wait, no, you're an element. No, above. Oh, maybe mouse over is singular? No, it's a list of decorations. You're an element. An element. Text is an element. Oh, but above is not a list. This argument is a list of type. Never. Alright, so it is a never. It's a list of decoration. What's a decoration? To never. Attribute message and as a decoration. Type alias adder. This feels like internal stuff leaking out a little bit. It doesn't really explain. What counts as a decoration? Nothing, apparently? Apparently I have to read the source? Okay, so it's not there. Only certain styles ought to be in pseudo-state. Experiments notes. That's a different kind of decoration. Yeah, that's exactly what that looks like. Internal.unwrap decorations. Wait. Okay, that must be from the experiment. It was all commented out. So is the entire decoration thing a leak? A new attribute, alias for attribute that can be used in a normal attribute or in mouse over. Attribute message cannot be used in a mouse over. Oh, so maybe adder is the thing to look for? Okay, so color. Glow, inner glow. Shadow. Font size. More shadow. Glow. So what you're telling me is that I have to completely handle this all the way through the model. I can rotate. I can move up, I can move down, I can shimmy and shake and move all about. All right. So that attribute is just kind of useless. So we're back to events. So I guess we have to handle enter and leave. All right, so from our model perspective, this is just going to be a Boolean thing. What, was that a none? No, you don't have a none. This will eventually do something, but right now I don't have something to do. So I guess you have to be on mouse enter. I don't think this is a focusable element. Alright, so the model needs to be able to represent this. Oh, this is all event stuff. I haven't even pulled in events yet. Event or events? Events. Oh, this thing, hey, you didn't use to send events? Alright, so now you... I don't think there's an attribute none. And you probably don't have a model because you used to be dumb. Yeah, it's gonna need parentheses no matter what. Don't want to function you. It's kind of a big block. Because the model isn't working. Supergiant. Ooh. You end up getting limited by the size of this thing. Well, can I just make you wider? And this is one of those things that's going to daisy chain, or chain all the way up to all of the containers. Maybe if I set the width of this, because you could almost use a little bit of wrap by default. In fact, you know what? You need your period. I guess if it gets too tight, that enforced break will become awkward. Oh, you know what? Actually, that's this period. Wow. Probably an error going back up to here. Okay, that doesn't have a... Oh, maybe that got subsumed into that thing. No, don't you move up. Okay. You're a set. You're a set. You're a set. Why are you messed up? Okay, so we're missing text there. Oops, that's the wrong break. Well, it has to be, any hatches has to be applied to this thing itself. So I think they actually call that font size. Size step. But that's just a number. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, but PX needs int. Wait, you produced int. What the? Well, this isn't a function application. This is like a constant. Would that have worked? PX produces length, but move up needs to... Oh. It's not pix. Which let me guess this is going to flip int and float again. Okay, problem. Now, is this just the gap? Because it is kind of a child element of that. Okay, so if we don't have a gap, or we do this by like margin or something, which means that this actually kind of needs to have a... Would padding work? Are you PX? Oh, God. You just can't win with this thing. Okay, so that star kind of is their thing. I probably actually do have that in the art. I don't know. Then again, I don't, but they want you using their logo. Do we ever do some menu stuff? Okay, so that one's going to go away. Would that be a screen? Oh, no, these are the animated ones. Yeah, a full logo would probably make it look more endorsed. There's something that's like it's the main... Where's HUD? The main screen. Or is that stuff all just in here? Actually, there's some miscellaneous stuff here. Victory screen, victory screen, victory screen, shop icons. Is this the thing that's basically main menu? I thought there was a smaller one though. Ah, yes. I expect this to be mostly in-game. Okay, that's an animation. I swear there was one that was basically the main menu. Oop, shrine. Okay, so that's basically Pact of Punishment. Oh, shell. Yeah, they only have full logos, not just the star. Well, I can see if there's a star when we start looking at other icons. All right, so that is that thing. For now. I need to fix my color scheme on that too. All right, so this is going to be a completely custom icon. Oh, we wanted to check on the bat cage because that might be okay. But that might be an entirely different art package. Which means I have to remember how to do that. Something like that. No. No. Oh, file softwares. So So I think I already have this. I just have to remember how to download it. Hades extender, sounds, execute Lua, dip. Launch not package. So this is probably actually going to require. There's the wheel. We get our paths worked out. No, that's just JSON. It's got to be content, right? Packages. Oh. Apparently I originally unpackaged this here. Okay, I see that. Now I don't know which resolution is which. GUI mouse, upgrades. NPC. These are all the arts related to that stuff. Or to using it. UI scripts. Asphodel, Elysium, Styx, Tartarus. Are these in here somewhere? So there's room rewards. Word menu. This is. There's keepsakes. Oh, is it Death Area? It's a pretty big one, all right. Now, there might be a thing I have to do to get the individual items. Yeah, there's the manifest. Yeah, this is only atlases. Weird. Well, there's the floor tiles. That's definitely some of the pieces. Door openings, I guess. Oh, splashes in the water? I remember that one. You apparently used to move around more. Huh. Anyway. Age. Target. Entry, entry, entry. The pat command with the... So that's one is... so. What's S? Okay, so it is subtextures. Okay, so, well, these are icons. And I guess we'd probably want the icon form. Oops. Content. So I think we already got that. Oh, that copied, didn't it? It's a different drive. So animations, ghost variants, 3D ghost. Blood splash. Weapon enchantment. Oh, that's the darkness effect? Okay, so there's the icons. Oh! They're associated with particular things, huh? Maybe it has something to do with progress in those areas. Oh, that's a leftover. So we're going to have, so it's probably going to be in here and in there. Just 0102. I was wondering why they had sometimes they had the fancy thing over there. House Cage 01, House Cage 02. Okay, so that's that version. Oh. Dix has a candle. Okay, so this is... I guess they redid this because I don't think you can add those. This is just straight up Tartarus stuff. Alright, that was GUI, screens, cosmetic icons. These might be pretty much the same. Well, it's smaller. It's also very, very black. So that's not going to read well on a black background. We could probably arrange to have a different background for it. But then again, we're back into the whole art reuse thing, so... oh well. So for this, and I think it's also going to replace that, I was thinking just dots in the guide colors. I don't really know that the symbols would be legible at this scale. Yep, might not even be the best tool to just draw some circles. So these are only like 40 by 40. I think icons might go up to like 64 by 64. Oh. Can I actually use you for this? I don't know if I can export images in a useful way. I guess you actually need to be filled. Okay, you work from something else. Bitmap export. Bounding boxes selection, background. Okay, so that was just automatic on whatever you drew. I guess I could always touch it up in GIMP if this by itself doesn't work. All right, so actually our origin's down here. Maybe it was trying to say that's in a corner and then we're rendering up here. But we do specifically want a symmetric design. To do colors with this, although I could just lay out areas and then recolor them in GIMP, I guess. In fact, I need to do very specific colors, which might be easier to do elsewhere. I don't remember what I was using for guidelines. Well, that's properties, not add. Actually, I think it must have been dotted. I actually don't know what size I was using for the other things. I mean, is that 1 unit? I think they ended up being like 140. So radius 40. Well, all right, guidelines. Now, how do we get the right kind of symmetry? Add an angle. Oh, we set the angle. Maybe that was right? That one required you to set a length. Now we want to do lengthen. Do we then do bisect? Okay, this does seem that I was on the correct angle. Now, well, I guess these can go to here. This actually isn't going to be quite right. No, you want to go to here. And maybe these should be actual lines. I guess we're doing the fills, not the lines. Now, to do these in colors here, we're going to have to do a layer for each one. Now, I guess guidelines technically shouldn't be plottable. So we do have a color that we use for her. What is your custom color select like? RGB. This is in floating point. Of course it is. Oh no, that's the green. That actually is 255. Wait, that's a red. Because we missed a digit. Okay. Aries. Aphrodite, Aries. We're only a little weird on green. And it's just a pretty low number. That's probably a 20. Aries, Demeter. I guess I could go ahead and do Cain as a start. Oh, 0.631. 161? That's already got the lightness in there. And then blue full. Very pale. Demeter, Dionysus. Start there. That was Demeter. Oh, that's Poseidon. 0.784. $200, 255. Poseidon. Kind of a Cain again. Okay, 0.784. There, 200. That's Artemis, that's Zeus. Athena. Oh, 0.733. 187. 0.69. 176. 373. Probably just 95. Artemis. Oh, 0.431. 110. 255 and 0. This one might not be that complicated, but we'll see. Zeus, it's a little bit special. 255, 0.25. And 64 would make sense. And I guess we could probably throw Hermes in there. Get that the same size. Oops. All right, 255, yes. Green is a little bit different. $90 and 0. All right, I probably want to trim these lines so they don't, I mean, they are designed as non-plottable. Okay, they're not plottable, but they're still affecting the size. Okay, my window went off a little bit. Limiting entity. I mean, actually, this could be the limiting entity. Are you multiple segments? Yeah, none of these smaller ones are limiting entity. That one worked. Huh. How about divide? Choose the line. Specify the point. Drop that section. Choose the line. Choose the point. I guess I could also try to overwrite or do SVG and then let GIMP do the rescaling. Very, very simple. I guess the larger sizes might be able to support more detail. But that's going to shrink down for the smaller icons. I guess my question is, do we want the padding in there? Ah. That might be a little bit better. Oh, this is recently used. All right, let me refresh my memory. So you were 64. We had 48, 32, 16. As separate layers. I don't know to what extent they need to be centered like that. I know you're going to be that. We need to duplicate. Layer group. Okay. All right, so it's 32. No, it's 48. They actually had some double click properties on the thing itself. What can we do from here? Layer name, color tag, mode, opacity. Okay. Layer. Scale layer. Oh, you know what? I said I export this with transparency. I thought. Background transparent. GIMP does not agree. No, actually, I wanted to just remove that. I thought I moved you up. Layer. Now you see, it said it was transparent, but it didn't have an alpha channel. I am deeply afraid we're gonna have fuzzy edges here. Yeah. You failed. Okay, now you ended up with no padding now. Oh, but that's separate. Well, I guess I would import it at what? 62 by 62. And then image, canvas size, center. I guess it was, oh, if it was a padding of 2. I mean, it's something. And then layer to image size. There's still a little bit of boundary there. Oop. Did something there. Scale to 48. Layer, scale to 32. Well, isn't that pretty? This wasn't imported. Ooh. Okay. I didn't care. And then export. Uh, 1 bit. Okay, yeah, this is the only way to get 8-bit alpha. By some programs, okay. Okay, so that's actually an old preview now. Okay, so that will do you. It's almost tempting to rearrange this into a rainbow pattern, but we picked an order. Actually, wasn't it like Zeus Athena? I mean, Poseidon probably be up there. Is the wiki in the standard order? No, those characters. Maybe boons? Nope, that's an alphabetic order. All right, so we have that. Now, oh, I should have done this larger. Well, you know what? Actually, we've already got it as SVG, so we can do it larger. So I've been displaying these things as 40. No, actually 64. I guess maybe we should still have a master for this because it's not. We're not going to be displaying the ICO per se. I mean, unless browsers just display ICOs. I mean, they can obviously have the ability to read them. That would be view. View all is GUI. Well, it works. All right, what are we adding here? I should probably be cleaning up work too. Okay, so favicon. What are we doing Hades boons? Okay. Apparently we didn't commit that. Let's see, so icon.dxf, icon.svg are in the pipeline. A lot of this stuff is too old to really care about. These are just kind of intermediate snapshots. The blank was kind of a template. The XML was something else entirely. I think I already ignored CAD. So I guess I could have moved that stuff up into CAD. Blank was for kind of mass production. Oh, this is my kind of working example of how I wanted the API to look, which I guess we're pretty much done with that. This was a working, I guess we recommended that. I never did use this MISC test. It was something I was going to do and then never got around to. All right, and then work. This is icon.xcf. Which I thought I had done. All right, so the bitmap, we didn't end up using that. This was the old favicon, which I might have committed. Yeah, deleted. Okay, so new stuff, modified, modified, deleted. So modified will all pick up. All right, two things in one, because it didn't say, I just forgot to commit apparently. All right, so we need to replace that. Do I already have some Ikomoon stuff here? Because I think I do. Okay, I brought... Symbol defs. So I've got the social stuff, but I don't think I copied the source. Okay, so this is just selection. Okay, so is there anything in here? Nope, it's just untitled project. Oop, nope. Let's see, did this have all the social icons? Who are using that? We're using... Did they have GitHub? GitHub, and we developed it on Twitch. It's like, I know I've been using that icon. Ikomoon free. Right there. All right, let's see, do we have... We have something that works as a reset button. I have an easy way to get the names of these. That was gonna undo redo. That's pretty close. Recognizable, but not directly using their stuff. Do we have a general star? Won't be quite a supergiant star. That might actually be good. Or maybe any iconography would be making it look like it was theirs. We'll probably need to add more later. In particular, if I'm not going to use their controller stuff, that we just probably won't have icons for a lot of things. Spinner 11. All right, SVX use shouldn't have changed. Is this for the demo page? Oh, there's the icon stuff. So I think it's just this. All right, ideally does not break any of these. Yes. We want, and we can do a style file, we just style file. We had colors for that. Background. Oh, that's a different form. Copy color. Actually, CSS has things for that form, doesn't it? Uh, symbol, def, star. Okay, icon star full, indeed. All right, we were doing this as row icon. I don't know if we need to do this in both of them. With no attributes. And then this comes down to fixing our colors. What is appropriate link colors for this? There's the keyboard controls. So they do kind of like an off-white for a lot of stuff. Huh, apparently they don't use two of the, but well, they're probably for special purposes. Oh, no, you're off screen, so I don't see the other button. I wonder if this is actually a white they colorize. Well, that almost looks like a color somebody typed in. Maybe I could actually do them in red too, but I don't know. But first, all right, so this is all the link stuff. That particular off-white wouldn't work well in a... Wait a minute, I copied this around. I don't expect to do a light mode for this, because the game is dark. That works well enough. What do we do for highlight, though? Actually, do we just color this there? And what does the color look like? Oh, and you see, this is an oh, man, we don't have a lot of text. That's an okay text color. So maybe we have to do something more like, well, yeah, info button. Oh, and there's like exit button. Oh, see, those are cancel out. This is like complete. Oh, and these are the arrows. So that's actually probably a good text color. Style, color. That might not be bright enough. Okay, so that does pick up the coloring from there. Or from the surroundings. Maybe this one doesn't need to be a link. Or maybe that entire thing should just be the link. All right, supergiant link font.color. How do you specify colors? Font.color is a color. Is that a RGB? Do you define RGB or are you using a library? You define your own color. Hmm. Wait a minute. Did I over deleted? And then view. It all looks like one big link anyway. Maybe if I like colored one of them and not the other or something. Oh, and we also put U in. Boon icon frames. No, that's something different. Level up respec. You've been an image. You're an input button. So this is just the label. You should maybe have some. I should maybe make that text. Okay, so that could also use some kind of backing. Or needs attributes, which we're probably going to add a font size there pretty soon. They need parentheses. No, this was something size. Size step. Oh, no, because we were predefining these. Okay, so we actually want this to be bigger. And what do we need to do to align you? That is not the alignment we need. Now, these are technically different elements in here. In the row. Oh, you know what? It looks more similar like that. All right, so you still need need to be offset a little bit. All right, so we've got these as interface buttons. I forgot where I had pulled that from. Well, that was specifically purple because it was Mirror of Night. RGB. This basically goes down to being HTML. Where did we got fractions out of that? Because those are basically... Should map directly to 2555. Oh, no, that's... Oh, because you're 1.0. Oh, you know what? There's an alternate form for this, isn't there? Huh. So you actually have like 2 frames. Have I ever pulled in border? Yeah. You really have to wonder when you get a nice number like that. Border. Oh. Well, that's weird because it's like off on the bottom and not on the right. If it was off all the edges, I wouldn't mind it as much. Yeah. Okay, now with all the padding and stuff, the text doesn't necessarily need to be as big. I can also see using some of these colors. Okay, so we still have some other colors in there. So we've got, well, the supergiant should be a one-off. Since we put it in style, it's not going to be particularly used in here. What do we call this? We call this like button back color. Actually felt a lot lighter on the button itself. Huh. Maybe that's compared to its surroundings? Okay, not interactive. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's a round button. I think they do tend to slightly round corners. Rounded. And I think that's the only real UI elements we've got so far. Something that might need to be improved. I guess if we've got the unpack, we don't really need the zip. Let's see, so this is I'm keeping up with notes. So we've got that. We decided not to do that. The dynamic duo line position is going to be a bigger project. Or rather, it has the potential to get ugly. Boon levels of detail. Not necessarily involve total redos of data structures. I might have to get some size information down to the icon display. And then there was the question of how to do active boons versus available boons. It'd be nice to do the available ones at full brightness. But I might need to adjust some font sizes here too. I guess this comes down to icon display size in general, because we're getting a lot of overlap. I could do the available one smaller but brighter. I'm not sure that would. That would also serve to make them a little bit harder to see. And it does depend on the particular spot. I can do some level of detail work for now. I'm still stuck on that design-wise. Just display boon trait. We do have a display diameter, only using that for font size right now. Size, because this is an argument, so this is a text function we can use for different pieces of that size. is modifier for different things. So that's still going to be relevant. Thank you. All right. See you in a little bit. How's it going?
Okay, so...
Oh my gosh, there's so much time left.
Wait, oh, I didn't see there was one left on that. Woo! Oh, I still have one.
Yeah, I was just about to say, there's still another one.
I keep trying to run off. I don't... So we'll destroy these, right?
Yep.
I don't even know.
It might get big enough to destroy some of that resin.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh, there's a...
Oh,
whoa!
I'm dead.
Okay, that was a bit more than I expected.
3 of us died. All 3 of us died. Except for 1.
That was glorious.
Wow. And there's a sandstorm.
Well, let's just stay inside for a moment here.
That was fantastic.
All right. You're good? Yep. All right, you're watching the kids? Okay. And then this needs bowl with corn kernels. Yep. Okay, that works. Did I not do an updated build? Ammonium factory. Okay, so that's still having issues. Man, the rover! Just bloop, 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 bloop. Actually, you know what? I thought I was able to... No, I guess I gotta have a thing that's appearing. Anyway. Welcome back. How's it going, Nova? Alright. There might be a size where I can stop drawing the frame. It's probably the same size where we stop drawing icons. The lock is actually visible from, well, that's because these are larger icons to begin with. Like if, well, okay, so that's that one. I guess I would, like, turn that into a gray box or something. So we have the full detail icon up close. There's, oh, you know what? I've never clamped zoom. There probably are limits to how much we want you to zoom in. I mean, once you get to about 1:1 on the art, it's not super useful to go any farther. I forget where that was. Okay, that's one. Is it around 16 times? There's Now, granted, it'll depend a little bit on your display size. Well, that's already 18. So I guess we bumped something there. Maybe for bigger ones you want to go in farther? Let it go 32 just to be silly. And we might let you zoom back a little bit. Like if you want to zoom up to find a different spot. But even this is getting pretty tiny. So that's one. Focus shouldn't be a problem. Wait. That's old. Clap. Everybody clap your hands. Okay, so it does... Problem is that we keep doing positional stuff based on it. So I almost have to like apply this and then sort of reapply to get the change. Okay. So like an 0.8. See, this was the tweak factor. That was times. If it was 0.8, then the new one should be the smaller. So if we do divided by model.zoom, if there was no clamp, that should regenerate it. And then everything else that's, well, you just become new zoom. And then we only have one thing to replace here. Okay, so that stops. That stops. So you zoom out a little bit to pan, and this is probably too much, but I guess if you really want to get in, look at an icon. So in general, this should be the tiniest we have to worry about. So I won't need to worry about the super tiny. I guess this is the point where I wonder, yeah, I guess you can actually see something from there. So I don't know if we go to the point where we actually just remove the Remove the icons entirely. But there is a point. Let's see, so text. So you have a thing that just doesn't display the text. So this is the image version. I guess the keepsakes, fine, replace them with diamonds. For the colors, we still have to be somewhat mindful of statuses. So the text lines are self-removing. But we would never display them in the micro version. Yeah, I'm still using an overlay to do color adjustment. So image, adjustment, overlay image. Text will sort of take care of itself. That's a relative constant. So we've got like display size. So side is relative. Size is how big we're displaying it. SZ is the relative font size. So 0.1, 0.2, just something. You just need to see what this turns out as. Okay, so those are very, very small. Those could be full-on pixels. I don't know. Now you see that 40 doesn't feel right. It's like these things are 40. Could that be about half? All right, where does it look about the same size? Oh, because it's different icons. So the bulk of these are in the 30, 26, which is close to the 40. Actually, which ones are the really fat ones? Well, no, we're scaling those. Yeah, maybe. And then these things are the big ones. So that might be a realistic size. So when we start getting even around 2015, there's so many that are like 11, 14. I didn't think there was that many. Or is there like something that's oh, okay. So 28. So there are a lot of those. Oh, okay, so these are these, and then this is the bulk of them. So yeah, somewhere around 15. And it would probably look better if it was a crossfade. Which makes it a little bit more complicated. Which means we have to consider drawing this within a size range. So I want our bottom end. Actually, it's really going to be. No, this thing is just giant. Oh, what are you doing here? Yeah, that's a little bit weird. Now you have to specify an else. Oh, can I not even get that small? No, you're definitely... I was kind of trying to do the... yeah, I guess... if display it. No, because it would be... I was trying to do the... I was originally thinking a range, and that you do the... You do the sort of like number line order. Okay, so now we actually see it blanked out. Oh, I've actually got, well, these things are visible farther away because they're larger. Okay. This is actually going to be a little bit like... Are you alpha? No, I was just using a brightness color. Rather than actual transparency. Okay. So... I forget which order we want this in. Well, I guess the text is on top, so it's down here. Oh, if I alpha all of that. If... I don't know, do we do 0.5 to 0.2? Or no, 15. Let's see, so we've got the thing to do a shape. Image shapes rect. Are you in something? You're in a group. Because this was doing multiple things. So just shapes might work. Now, do we have access to color information here? No, we don't. I know the connectors have to have that. connectors have a predefined color. Oh, and what's the color for duo boons? That's a whole new problem. Okay, I guess we have punt on the color for now. So we're actually going to have to redefine this as a half and half for duos, probably. Or maybe we just make duos. Duos have a color. They're like green. I don't know if I want to make them all green, but that would be kind of a duo color. So this was originally an alpha. I guess I would end up doing like a brightness thing on this. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. So that's all the positioning stuff. Okay, so a bunch of dots. This is displayed below. Oh, no, oh, that's just the size cutoff. Yeah, you can actually see the fade over it. And, right, so this is inverse brightness. These probably want to be just brightness, if we did that kind of thing. Well, that actually makes it very faded out. What are our, well, this is canvas colors. And actually, are you using... Yeah, you're just using the other package. Okay. RGB, 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 HSL. Not really a great reference. We can see green's 120 though. (120) saturation. And lightness. Okay, that makes it very, very dark. Let's review our arguments. We don't have examples. Okay. So are you also like... Also that? No. All right, so saturation brightness. They're documented. Okay, so maybe that was just too dark. Oh, actually, this might be the thing where you have to be right in the middle. So being dark made it like super dark. So the problem with this form is that we're going to have God colors that are just colors. And we had darken in here. We just made darken. This is probably actually inverse brightness or something. Well, no, those are... Hey, Athena. Those things are darker. This is just all green right now, so that's fine. If we have an active ability, well, it blends into the lines. Maybe we should actually start lightening it up a little bit. Maybe this just become white at that point. Would it actually make sense to kind of like do a white overlay on the icons then? Interesting. All right, so we've got a basic method here. We still need the crossfade, but it really doesn't look good with the colors. So for the connectors, we put color information in there. For duos, yeah, this is just an image. It doesn't have any duo information. Where, oh where? Boon chart. So you've got color, God color, connector color, boon. Direct slot reference keepsake. Direct slot reference keepsake. We might be able to say duos are a type. I don't know. It's one of those projects that keeps going on. I mean, it's... you know what I forgot to do is turn the zoom off. It's getting to the point where it's like... wouldn't necessarily be embarrassing to show off and start getting some feedback. Because there's a lot of design things that I'm not completely sure about. And this is where it gets messy. Oh, traits can look up God colors directly. So if we just included the God information, I could get colors. It was a duo boon. Basic boon, duo boon. Well, yeah, I'm doing it on Twitch, but I mean, in the sense that I think that I've fixed things that would likely draw most of the feedback because they're janky. Not really getting more the things that would be more essentially and useful to me. It's like there's a lot of things like, yes, I know that's broken, I'm not going to do it. And I guess a lot of like EA games and whatnot deal with that. But like for the longest time, I had the god names there, and that was really just because when I was just trying to figure out where the positions everybody was, and I just didn't take them down for the longest time. And I had to get the art credit in there, and I mean, we'll still have to see if they say anything about use of anything. I've cut it down to pretty much just god and boon icons, so hopefully that's not a big deal. But like that kind of has to be there before you publish it, just to make sure you're covered. So that is the boon type. If we translate that down, we can break this down. We can get the basic colors. Even though I just put that into the... But the single color, duo color thing is a thing we're going to have to consider, because unless I just say it's white for duos or something. Or go with their green color. If I just put a color field in there, trait data loot color. Okay, so that was something else then. What are you making? You're making the gods, okay. You're doing the shapes. Off of that, lay out basic boons. Do we have some kind of data? Yeah, we've got a data. Okay, we actually make this in a few places. Okay, so that's for data. Now you are a reference to something else. I might not be able to do proper colors for these at our current level of technology. That's the references. And then this is a slot reference, which this is just going to be a gray or a white, or I guess the slot itself is pretty dark. See, it might be kind of that color. View, button back color. There's probably something else that's duos, and then who knows what other references we have to fix up. All right. This is... Probably just have to do duo boons. Duo boons. Layout duo boons. Layout duo boon. Oh, you've already... No, that's the connector. And we were just going to punt on this for the time being. We do have both colors here, though. You probably just got to color that white, don't you? All right, which one is it? So this is... Okay. So... Okay, so we missed that one. At least. Oh, that's keepsake. Do you have an appropriate data? Kind of. Aha, what are you? These are for the missing ones. Which should still have a God reference, I think. And that puts data in there. Doesn't use it yet. So that's that color. So now, did I pull out pieces of this? Or did we take it as... We took it as an entire thing. Okay, so that matches our colors a little bit better. But it's going to be a hard switch. We're also not doing anything to signify the locked ones. What's the weird thing about the lock icon is it actually like brightens it up a little bit. I don't think we ever actually get small enough to shrink down the duos, so they're still maybe irrelevant. Well, it's display size, and this might be window relevant. Well, we're at mixed presentation. No, actually, I still need you. It is this that is a little bit spammy. And there's that dark color on Demeter again. Right, because I'm darkening it down for the status. Maybe I should be... Maybe I should just do like white for selected at this level. So this does status stuff. Well, that also works into the brightness. But this is actually going to change this from a white overlay, from black overlay to a white overlay. Although if we prefigured the color to use, so active, what if active was, let me just start with that. Might want to do a variant of it. Like, I think we'll brighten. What if available was boon.color, excluded was boon.color and unavailable maybe the problem is that's a visual change from the icon to the other thing. Probably need a brighter color to visually match that. Of course, now we're looking at using white for selected. Right, we're not using this yet. Okay, so those aren't excluded. Those are unavailable. Oh, nope. These were backwards. Okay. Oh. Eh. Oh, because I was doing it. Okay. I was doing it as if it went that way. Okay, so that dark gray. I guess that could stand to be a little bit darker. Do you just have a... Okay, so we've got some of this stuff. So that was... charcoal. That's white, huh? Okay, I got a little bit of frame from the blend in. And ideally, we'd actually have something of a blend. All right, so that's still displaying. If that one's on top, I guess that's the one that should be alphaing in or out. See, none of those are available. Well, I didn't do it for you. We're just not hitting. Oh, there's an. Well, actually, those almost never get that far away. So. Okay, it just goes to whites and grays. Okay, the unavailable and excluded for that is really close. Just because they're based on white. Maybe we do want to do the duo green. And that's done. Well, it would be in the frame. Because I think they just recolor an overlay thing for the little background thing. Lean chart. Color for God. Layout duo boon. 7294 8. Okay, that's still doing images. Okay, so that sticks out nicely. That's the relatively the same intensity as it was. And then there's some availables, and the availables don't stick out nice. Is that right? That feels way darker. Oh, this is on 100 scale, so any colors I've gotten from that are... I guess I could have translated that to the fractional. Oh, I did a couple of color samples from there, didn't I? That explains why some of the weird fractions in there. Shoot, that was like button backing. 100, huh? Well, I know how to translate you. And then did I copy that someplace else? Button backing. Yeah, roughly twice would make sense. 59, 64, 54. Button border. That looks more like what we'd expect. Did I use this for the... Yeah, I did use this for the white color as well. No, I was able to put that was SVG, so I used this. All right, you are saved. That's more like the brightness we were expecting. Okay, so there's the availables, there's the unavailables. I guess the actives don't stick out as much then. Oops. What do I have on you? Oh, I don't have anything from you. Yeah, so maybe I move towards brightening the active ones. All right, so that means available. Yeah, this is this isn't just brightness. So you're good, you're good. This actually becomes like an overlay color. Do you have a thing to adjust alpha? Not explicitly. We'll have to see how that works out. Available. We'd actually like to draw nothing. But the only way this thing is going to vary at all is going to be color elsewise. Now, I was actually inverting you for the darkness, wasn't I? Yeah, you're 1.0 minus. All right, so that makes these much brighter. Oh, I never did frames for these. Okay, so I'm liking... And we'll have to have that fade in. I'm liking that more. And then... The light's okay. Not really sure what else to do it. I mean, without borrowing their... Well, it does make those show up better. Without borrowing one of their animation effects, which gets more into just using the game art. Maybe that can go a little bit brighter. And would still be somewhat readable. We didn't really get into what the exclusions look like. Super, super dark. Okay, so that's we can see that we have something there. Demeter might be a little bit of a challenge, especially as our icon comes in. Let's see. Oh, I haven't special cased out the color yet. I don't know if that's having an impact. We do have to do this though, so it really is just this shape. What'd you do now? I don't know if that cleaned anything up. All right. And then the other thing we really need to get going is the crossfade. Oh. So you have an opacity, do you? And a submodule. I'm in the main. This would be like settings advanced. Alpha. Let's check which end is which. This would be, we just put this in settings. No. Canvas.settings at advanced is canvas. Okay, that is on the very transparent to the point of not existing end. Okay, so display size goes from 15 to 20. I need to clamp you though. Okay. That's weird. We said the high value was fully visible. Maybe that's too tight of a range? It's like those kind of felt okay. Oh no, as it gets smaller and smaller, it gets brighter and brighter. All the parentheses. Well, that gives you a little bit of fade in. Oh no, wait. We're displaying that if it's less than 20. We're displaying that if it's greater than 15. I guess we could technically widen some of the display range, given the fade in. There's still a little bit of pop there. What does that look like, though? We kind of set this based on where it was legible. So does that mean... So at 15 they cut out. I guess it gives it a little bit more room to fade. And to be really proper about it, we should have colors for these. It might even be interesting to do... I guess I could go back to God color for highlighted. But since that's like the same as the backing color, I don't know if that would end up looking good. Easy to test, right? This is overlay color. But I have to be able to apply alpha to it to do it this way. And I have another color package. Maybe not here. No, darken. Or did I just implement this one myself? Yes. Canvas.alpha, canvas.alpha. So we never had this ourselves. What would you call this operation, though? Fade? This would be more of a set than a modify, wouldn't it? It doesn't have to be HSLA, but it ought to work. Oh no, that was available. I wanted active. Interesting effect, though. Okay, that was the 0.7 we were using for the lightness, which... Yeah, then we use white for this. Yeah, it's not how it's represented in game as an active thing, but... And then how are these looking? Yeah, you can kind of see that again. And it goes out to a dark box. Yeah, I just clicked on... Oh, that's any call. Okay, yeah. Huh. Oh, did I only put frames? Oh, because I only put frames around the available ones. So it's just that we don't have none of them are available yet. Okay. Dynamic duo. Boon levels of detail. I'm not printing anything out right now. No. Okay, that was that command. And we're just never going to display it small enough that I want these to completely disappear. I guess the only sad thing is that since it's the same color as that, they tend to kind of disappear when you're really zoomed out. But I guess that's kind of what I was thinking of for really zoomed out anyway. And you just kind of fade and go to the God icon. Oh, I guess I can do some art cleanup. Since we're going for some of that stuff. All right, so public. We're using most of that. I'm not using the animations here. I don't know that I would. I'm assuming it's an animation effect. This we completely got rid of. You see, I toyed with using these stars as like if there's two or three things required, you mark off how the progress. I think I would not necessarily use their art for that though. Oop, that's a shift. And technically I can get rid of any keepsakes that were not level bar. Backings are a maybe. So we have you. If I ever want to do something more with that, I would do those. We have missing keepsake. Interesting. We have you. And we have you. And nothing else affects the prereqs that I know of. Boon icon frames. I guess we're not going to use the sail, but this is a thing I might want to do more with. Boon icons, we're using a bunch of those. Boon select symbols, we're technically not using half of them, but as a category. Really, none of these affect anything except that. Weapon enchantments. I only used a couple from here, too. We used Beowulf. We used basic sword and Hera. Oh, interesting. You see the flash up there with that far out display now. Okay, so we have to fix that now. There's probably an easy fix for that. And I've been checking those in because they're super giant art. No, it'll just sit there. All right. So that really bothers me. So before that wasn't an issue because the images hadn't loaded yet. But probably we want to do I don't know what a CSS fade in. I could just apply a fade into the entire chart. That would probably get it. I need to hook up a little bit of animation for that. Or maybe I could do a CSS animation on the canvas itself. What? That's an interesting idea. Ooh. Also, the canvas is the entire thing. So I guess it would just be canvas. What have I done that on? I've done that on... schedule from videos. They have an inline on that? I guess I did. Keyframes appear. Keyframes delay appear. SVG text, SVG polyline. All right, nothing on canvas so far. Oh, and you can actually just disappear because you're obviously removed anyway. Actually, I don't know what you are yet. Maybe I actually want to delay appear you. I originally used 2, and that was for like a thing that's based on data. Yeah, that might be, let's see, this is the overall. Okay, and then whatever so we could do a more nuanced thing for this. I mean, ultimately, you'd want to know when your images are loaded and everything, your data's loaded. So a 1 second means half a second completely blank. This is already starting to fade in. And this will depend a little bit on your individual. Yeah, I still sometimes see some stuff there. Move it up a little bit though. I mean, you might have some things appearing there. I guess, oh. Is there a point? Do we know if our texture is loaded or not? There is indeed a maybe.map. But we've got this buried down in our little helper function here. As long as there was something there, it wouldn't be too bad. So in that case, I would have to predetermine if we had the texture. And is this the main place we use this? Well, we use it for there, and then all the frames, which are their own thing. I guess I'll see how that continues, if that continues to bother me. Oh, you know what? This is a thing we could possibly just do. What's my structure here? And of course I took out up here. Okay, so, oh, no. Oh, it's ID top. Is that doing anything? And it technically includes everything underneath it. Oh, but top is black, so that's why we're getting the flash. Okay, immediate children of. Okay, yeah, it's doing something. It just... I guess the canvas appears later after things have booted up. Or maybe it needs a different curve. Because it still... Oh, you know what? It probably starts fading before we're loaded. Because all those images have to load in. Gets rid of the jarring part. I guess I could try to... Well... Because of the textures, I might be able to watch loading status. But otherwise, I just don't have anything to display there. Yeah, because we're waiting for the images to load in. And it's like all images. If I were to try and do a placeholder image, that would have to load in as well. I don't know how to be able to prioritize that. That might be kind of a compromise. So even here, okay, we're starting to see him fade in, and it's visible pretty quick. Oh, I need to remove these sometime too. Text line? Now, maybe I should see about having that as like an optional feature for like anybody else doing like modding or anything, but I don't think most people are gonna care about that. Oops, wrong one. Oh. Yeah, we're still using our old coloration. Which does that even have to be part of it? Where are you getting your color from? Oh, all text is the same color, basically. Darken F. Do we use this twice? Color. Which is this color. Well, we definitely don't want this color then. Active white, available boon color. That could blend into the lines and stuff. Or is this the only thing left we're doing this for? Yeah, I want case sensitive. I think that's the only thing left we're using that for. So this is a really text color now. See if that's true. That is true. So actually, you are unavailable. Well, let's see, that's the unavailable. Oh, I must have been doing that in alphabetic order before. Is that white? Oh, that's a little bit brighter. I feel like there's still text color change there. Maybe I'm not actually fully in that range. Well, it's targeting the same regardless. And then you're still a little bit dark. Well, let me check the math on that too. Oh, I probably should have done those separately. Oh, and I've toyed with the idea of putting documentation in here, which would be a big project in and of itself. All right, well, it's lunchtime. That's when I'm usually on. Let's see what's going on. Thanks for watching. What do we got going on? Let's see, so that's almost over. Well, I see podcast editing. I don't know I don't know. I'm not sure it's a. Well, scripting on the side. I'm not sure it's a tech podcast. But if they're doing some scripting, there's going to be a little bit of coding stuff. If you're looking for someplace cool to hang out, Veil of Hearts is working on our podcast. Thanks for hanging out with me. Goodbye and until next time.